Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Remember11, The Age of Infinity. Last one was a bit of a tense episode with Yomogi and Mayazumi and the whole gang at the shelter cabin. And we switch back, and it looks like it may be tense here. Apparently Satoru and Utsumi has had a disagreement, a quarrel of how hostile of one it is. I'm not certain. I guess we will find that out. So let's get the show on the road, shall we? Get in the way? What is she talking about?
私にも考えがあるわ。あなたには迷惑をかけないつもりだったけれど。
Her voice had a sinister resonance, as if resounding from the bottom of hell itself.
ちょっと待ってください。私、何が何やら。サトルと何かあったんですか？喧嘩とか。
Utsumi narrowed her eyes and stared at me.
冬川さん？ええ、そうですけど。そうだったの。
Utsumi's expression softened. I was a little bit relieved, and at the same time, doubts crossed my mind once again.
サトルと何かあったんですか？
I repeated my question from before.
いいえ、何でもないわ。何でもないことがあっただけ。
Right. I believe that nothing happened at all. Nobody was totally getting anybody's way. They weren't going to use other methods and blah blah blah. Yeah.
さ、戻りましょう。いつまでもこんなところにいたら風邪をひくわ。
Simi pushed my back and urged me to return to my room. Simi and I walked shoulder to shoulder. During that time, we didn't speak. For some reason, an awkward atmosphere was flowing between us. Really, you don't say. As I thought, something did happen after all, but I couldn't ask what it was. Somehow I felt that it was a very private matter. That's why I tried to change the subject.
何？内海さんは結婚してらっしゃるんですか？
And after an almost lonely expression crossed her face,
旦那はもう亡くなってしまったけれど。もし差し支えなければでいいんですが、どんな旦那さんだったんでしょうか？とても優しい人。けれど強い人。登山家だったんだけど、彼自身も山のような懐の深い男性だったわ。登山家。
as I thought, Utsumi and Yomogi were
も
married.
しあなたが本当に冬川心さんだったら会っているかもしれないわね。聖司はあの飛行機事故で死んでしまったから。
I have met him. I'm still talking with him even now. I felt I could tell her that. However, that would have only brought her sadness. Yeah. It could also make her think you're... I was almost gonna say crazy. But then again, that doesn't really fit right here though, does it? Tried asking something else.
旦那さんを愛していたんですか？
So, did you love your husband, or did you just marry him for money, for the action, for perhaps stay in the country or something? It did say something about part of her family wasn't from Japan. Okay, that would be an interesting fact. That's a pretty awkward question to ask, though. Yeah, your husband, the person you committed to for life, till death do you part. Did you actually love him, or did you get drunk one night and be like, "Whoa, man, we got married. Oh, I can't remember it. I guess we may as well. I don't know, make it work." That's such an awkward thing to ask somebody.
いいえ。
Okay. Utsumi slowly shook her head.
愛していたというのは間違い。今も愛しているわ。
Dang woman. She had me fooled there. I was thinking, what the crap is she... No, I hate his guts. She said it so painfully, but her face once again broke into a warm smile. She said it so painfully that it caused her pain, and she shouldn't have been like trying to be all like twisty there and just have said the dang blunt answer.
ごめんなさいね。暗いこと話しちゃって。いいえ、私の方こそ立ち入ったこと聞いて。
You wise, don't ask no more questions, Kokoro. Don't ask any more questions. You're no good at it. Simi wrapped her arms around my head and hugged me, as if embracing her own child, a strong, gentle embrace. Simi's scent was soft and sweet, making me feel dizzy. After letting go of my body, Simi's tone became cheerful, as if her mood had improved.
そうそう。部屋の空気を入れ替えた方がいいわよ。寒くてもたまには換気をしなきゃダメ。空気清浄機能が働いているとはいえ、新鮮な空気は必要だわ。わかりました。戻ったらそうします。え？
We were in front of the entrance before I knew it.
それじゃ。
So saying, Utsumi's figure disappeared ahead into the building. At that moment, I finally noticed that for some reason Utsumi was barefoot. Frostbitten by cold snow, her ankle was swelling and turned deep. Okay, what? Something was happening, something somewhere that I didn't know about. I just had that feeling. Why is she not wearing shoes? Are there no shoes? Why she's not wearing no shoes? Did she have to run out in a hurry? And I like how rather nonchalantly she noticed it. Like, yeah, you're getting frostbite. Okay. I mean, well, she said it didn't make her feel comfortable, but it's not like assuming you might need to get some a first aid kit. Do we have a first aid kit here? I'm guessing there might be some sort of a first aid kit. I mean, they did treat they have treated them so far when there was blood. When who got cut? I can't remember. Was it? Yeah, it was Kokoro. It was Satoru Kokoro. Satoru's body anyway. They cut, wasn't it? Yeah, because yeah, that's right. Plus, they had that sleeping medicine too. What? Yeah. I think that's right. I throw open the window, cold air rushes into the room, and intentionally I begin to shudder. I confirm the time, 4:06. About 10 minutes had passed since the time the transfer took place until I reached the room, so the current transfer occurred at 3:56 p.m. Sitting on the bed, I heaved a deep sigh. A man with whom I flew on the same plane and with whom I experienced the accident, Yomogi Seiji. The woman I met while experiencing a mysterious phenomenon of the personality exchange, Utsumi Kali. Amazingly, the two of them were married. Was it simply coincidence? I didn't think that this was something that could be explained away by chance, but rather due to a larger force at work. Felt like something was going to happen, as if someone were plotting everything. But who was that someone? Was it God? Incidentally, I've heard of something like this before. The primordial age, when there was no life on Earth. There were only soups of amino acids in the oceans, which were the origin of life. 4 Before long, those amino acids began to chain together, and thus life was born. However, even if they tried to recreate the conditions of the original ocean inside a test tube, it seems that as far as the creation of life is concerned, it never goes very well. It's said that the creation of life by the union of drifting amino acids occurred by a coincidence of astronomical probability. The explanation of the scientists who introduced this left people with a strange impression of him. If we assume that God exists, then it may be that the one who gave birth to life by assembling these amino acids should be thought of as God. The phenomenon that I'm experiencing right now may have a probability of occurring as low as the beginning of life itself. However, I can't think of this coincidence as being caused by anything other than someone's deliberate actions. Not only because of the coincidence of Yomogi and Utsumi being married, but because the coincidences keep on occurring one after another. Yeah, as fixated, there's more coincidences. The son from Yomogi's marriage, Junichi, was killed 2 years earlier by Inubushi Keiko. And now Inubushi Keiko was right here in Sofia, living alongside Utsumi. For these coincidences to continue would just be too sad, I thought. Utsumi thinks that the girl is... Oh! That is interesting. I had not considered that she didn't know who that is. Don't tell her. Don't. Shh! Don't tell her. She might not handle it very well. Neither of them might not handle it very well. Sumi thinks the girl is Suzukage Hattori, believing that she dedicated herself to taking care of her. But what would Utsumi think if she knew that she was Inubushi Keiko, the target of her dead son's grudge? This information isn't available to her? As if deflating my chest, I let out a deep breath. If God exists, and I'm being so cruel. Innocently ignorant cruelty like that of a child who catches insects to pull their legs off. Here I am, praying that Utsumi doesn't realize that Suzukage Hattori is really Inubushi Keiko. When she does find out, I don't know what will happen, but there's no mistake that it'll be disastrous. By the way, here's what I think. Okay, I'm glad that she realizes that. I don't think there's any mistaking that Suzukage Hattori is really Inubushi Keiko. Hattori was one of the DID personalities that dwell within Inubushi Keiko. I think that's been proven by her testimony. She's used the metaphor of a dark room, and there were occasions where other personalities had appeared, so there's no two ways about it. It's just that Inubushi Keiko's case, except for the original personality in Suzukage Hattori, I don't know the names of the other personalities. Because her current personality hasn't told me her own name, it's difficult to guess. I can only deduce it from her behavior. Moreover, her DID personality changes aren't signaled by any actions and occur abruptly. It's the same as what Uni told me about the instant I returned from Yukito Satoru's body to Fuyakawa Kokuro's. There was no alteration whatsoever. To confirm a personality change from outward appearances alone is difficult. I don't think I've met any of the personalities except the one named Hattori. But in reality, there may have been a period when she was Inubushi Keiko, or that I've already met the personality of the murderous monster that killed Junichi without realizing it. There's even a possibility that the personality of the murder will go unnoticed until the moment it attacks someone. Looked at my left arm that had been injured by someone and shuddered. Okay, I did remember that right. It was at that instant.
Satoru, ちょっといい?
Yuni's head popped out from behind the door. He was wearing an amiable smile.
Satoru, どうして窓なんか開けてるの? 寒いじゃん.
That's fumigating. Quickly jumped to the window and shut it with great force. Rubbing his hands together, he shivered
どうかした
slightly.
の？何か用？ラジオのことなんだけどさ。え？何か気になることでもあった？
The smile on Uni's face was replaced with a troubled expression.
口調って今はココロンなの？まあいいか。もしもサトルが中にいるのが本当にココロンだったら関係あることだし。関係あるってどういうこと？
Uni moved next to me on the bed, sitting close enough for our shoulders to touch. He showed me the radio.
さっきからラジオ聞いてるんだけどおかしいんだ。どこが？僕が飛行機で落っこちたのって4日前なんだけど、もっとニュースでやっててもいいはずなのに全然放送してないの。
Uni switched the radio on. He twisted the tuning knob. A song started to flow from the radio. It was a popular singer's hit song from the Red and White Song Contest at the end of last year,
さっき
2010.
から1時間以上聞いてるのにずっとこんな感じなんだよ。いろんなラジオ局聞いてみたけど大体同じ。飛行機事故って大事件なんだからもっと放送してもいいはずだよ。それって変だね。でしょ？
I guess I would, yeah. An airplane accident is a big deal. You think they would broadcast more about it on the news? They really do. When they do, when stuff like that does happen, they really do put it on the news a lot. And of course, 4 days have passed since the accident occurred. It's an event that's likely to be all over the news. But they shouldn't have found a single survivor yet. Obviously, because we were still in the shelter cabin. However, the news has yet to even touch upon it, so what does this mean? Is there in the future? Annoyed, Uni shut off the radio. I bit my lip lightly.
ダメなんだよ。墜落事故のニュースやってないの？
There's a television in the living
違
area.
うよ。あのテレビ変な映像しか映らないんだ。川のせせらぎとか森の中で小鳥がピーチクとか変なお坊さんがありがたいお話してくれたりとかね。なんだよあれ。全然役に立たないし。
Yeah, being grateful is for chumps. Now you mentioned it, I feel like it was the same when I tried it yesterday. Wondering what was going on, it suddenly dawned on me. This was FIA, the Specified Psychiatric Hospital for Isolation and Ages. You probably don't show regular broadcasting in order to prevent mentally ill patients from becoming overly stimulated. That is a good point. Hey guys, I'm just gonna leave the remote to you. Some of you are a little bit violent. Some of you are quite violent when you're in your moods. But I'm gonna leave this remote. Y'all watch what you want. Come back like 4 hours later. Oh, you guys are watching the Child's Play Marathon? That killer doll. What a hoot. Hey, yeah, you guys are... You don't have to get so close. That's cool. You can just stay back. Stay back! Yeah, that is a very good point. Yeah, we didn't think of that. They show environmental broadcasting in order for them to not feel confined, even when shut in by the snow for the winter. Was being preached to by a priest to an unruly patient any good? Any impatiently stared at the radio. The cooker on that he mentioned didn't refer to me. He's probably worried about the well-being of the Fuyakawa Kokoro trapped at the shelter cabin. Tried asking Uni once again.
飛行機事故のこと覚えてるんだよね。忘れたくても忘れられないよ。事故が起きたのはいつのこと？何年？何月？何日？
Wearing a slightly unpleasant expression, Uni answered my questions.
2011年1月11日だよ。一応は心のつもりなんでしょ？
He stood up angrily.
なんだか知らないけど、僕は本気で心を心配してるんだよ。僕を惑わせないでよね。
He's kind of the one that's confusing us. Spitting out those words like a piece of gum that had lost its flavor, Uni turned on his heel and walked away. Nope. Here's something that I think I'm noticing right now. The Uni to be honest, the Uni here doesn't seem like he's as out there. The Uni at Sphia. But the Uni at the shelter cabin was saying quite a lot of weird stuff. Yeah, he's saying a bunch of weird stuff. I don't know what relevance that has, or if it has any relevance at all, or if I'm just interpreting it incorrectly. That's just what I'm thinking at the moment.
Uni!
He left the room, not responding to my call. He was really worried about me. That much was certain. Uni that was just here was, without a doubt, the same one that rode beside me on the airplane. Maybe they're twins. Maybe they're evil twins. Maybe one of them's the evil twin, the one at the shelter cabin. The same one that was beside me when it crashed. I'm certain that I was grasping Uni's hand inside the airplane as it crashed. Even now I can still clearly remember the feeling of his small hand trembling in mine. Uni from before and I both experienced a plane crash together on January 11th, 2011. What does this mean? That's a good question. Gonna find out more in the next episode, though. We can go ahead and call it here. Yeah, Uni is just one of the strange characters in this game. I don't know how to read him. It's too bad Satoru got cut off before he could put his sense out there. Maybe he could have cleared something up that would have been nice to know at this point. Anyway, I do hope you folks enjoyed, and I shall see you in the next one. Farewell there, folks.